Am I audible? Sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. So we are again here for the technical session round 2. And session chair is Mr. Suhan sir. So all of us, please be ready with your presentation. And first, we will start with the group 10. Please show your presentation. Thanks.
It says disabled participant screen sharing. Hello. Excuse me, ma'am. Ma'am, I'm unable to share my screen.
Your voice is breaking. The good network here.
Yogesh, now try it. Yogesh,
Yes.
now try again.
Is my screen visible now?
Yes, your screen is visible. Yogesh?
Yes. Yes, sir. Is my screen visible?
Yes. Your screen is visible.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Yogesh Jaga, and today my topic of presentation is HandyMart, an online shopping platform for handicrafts items. So this is an introduction of HandyMart is an e-commerce website which is designed for selling handicrafts item only. The purpose of the study is to develop and implement an online buying platform to sell only handicrafts item so that we can replace the manual method of buying them. So these are the problems that have already existed in this industry and which we find out. The first problem is that the small artisans and the small manufacturers, whether they are living in the urban or rural areas, they don't get enough access or exposure in the market. And these artisans do not have many options available when it comes to buying quality raw material for making their products. And majority of these handicrafts items are preservation of languishing in traditional arts, crafts, and indigenous products, which are slowly getting lost. Because of these problems, we decided to build this project. So these are the solution which we come up with after determining these problems. So first is we are providing an online platform for these merchants to help them to so that they can list their products on our website and they can sell their products. And on our platform, there is no middleman between consumer and seller. So therefore, seller can directly sell their products to consumer, and consumer can also buy directly from the sellers. And in that way, it will be cost efficient for the sellers because when they sell the products from middlemen, majority of their profit get cut by middlemen. And we are also creating awareness about the trends in markets and how to improve quality of products. So this is the workflow diagram of our website, how e-commerce website works. So first, customer will visit our website and place an online order. And after placing the order, he will be redirected to a payment gateway where he can pay through any online payment like Paytm, PayPal, Google Pay, etc., or also through credit card transaction. After the payment is done, the product will be dispatched from the after the payment is done, the product will be dispatched from the warehouse. And before delivering the product, we make sure that it will go through a level of quality assurance so that the product meet up to the demand of the customer. And the customer can track his order throughout this process with the help of customer service. These are some of the features that we have provided in our website. First is sign in and sign up. When a new user visits our website, he will be first redirected to sign up page where he will have to fill a detailed form. And after that, the account of user will be created from the next time. He just have to visit the sign in page and log in, and then he can use our website. The next is search and category filter. We have provided search and category filter on our homepage or website, where with the help of search filter, user can easily search the product which he wants and can buy the product. Next is the category filter. Using the category filter, user can traverse through all the categories that we have provided on our website. And the next feature that we have provided is add to cart feature. So user can, if the user wants to buy multiple products, he can add multiple products in this cart and can buy them all at once. And the next feature is product description. So every product we have on our website have a product description page where all the details related to products like price and the details and what details like what is the raw material of the products and from where it is made, like that. And next is admin panel. Admin panel is not accessible by user; it is only accessible by admin. So basically, admin can easily delete or remove any product which he wants from the website and add or delete pages. So in that, and we can add we can have multiple admins on our website. And the next feature is it is a fully responsive website. We have used it can run on any device like iPhone, tablet, or PC. The site will not get crashed. So this is the sample. This is the homepage of our website. And this is the sign in and sign up page of our website. So this is the now before making this project, we conducted a sample survey and asked some of the few artisans and small manufacturers that what is the problem that they're facing in this industry. So first problem, they said that they have a less number of consumers available. And the next is they need good profit margin for their hard work. They are unable to sell their products at high margin because people tend to bargain with them, and they don't get enough exposure to the market. Now, this is what is the present market scenario? The first is there is a poor communication between consumer and seller, and there is a long chain of middlemen between consumer and seller who cut majority of the portion of the profit that the seller deserve. And the next is lack of good quality because of which consumers are not able, not have enough options to buy products. So these are the details of software that we have used in making our website. The first is Visual Studio Code. All the coding is done on, this is an IDE platform and all the coding is done through Visual Studio Code. Next is HTML, which is used for the structuring of the website. And next is CSS, which we use for styling. And then the JavaScript, which we use for the functioning. And main front end is designed using the React.js, and the routing is, and the React router is used for the navigation. And for the backend, we have used the Node.js for building our API and servicing all the API services done using the Node.js. Basically, the Node.js will fetch the data from the API and show it to the front end. And for the database, we have used MongoDB. So basically, our project is a completely MERN stack project. These are some of the benefits that we have provided through our website. So first is there is no need of middleman between seller and buyers, and there will be more profit in that way. And there will be more number of sellers to sell their products. So consumer will have many options available for him from whichever seller he wants to buy the products. And we are taking support from the existing logistic platform also. We will provide good service to the user. So thank you for allowing me to present my project.
And how the website you have designed, how different from the
No, ma'am, no any query. Hello. Thank you, Yogesh.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, now next group, that is 102.
Sure.
Himanshu Brahmbhatt.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
My name is Himanshu Brahmbhatt, and sir, my team member is Atul Upadhyay, Himanshu, Gunjan Vaishnav, Kuldeep Chaudhary, and
Himanshu, kindly share your PPT in full screen.
1 second, sir.
Go to slideshow.
What, sir?
Please go to slideshow. In the ribbon, upper menu bar.
1 second, sir.
Just next of animation.
So,
Himanshu, do you use PowerPoint or not?
yes, sir.
Are you a final year student? No?
Yes, sir.
Then why you go there anywhere? I'm saying about the slideshow. That is the top on your menu bar. Click on slideshow, please.
Okay, sir.
From
Yes, sir.
beginning.
More visible, sir? Hello.
Yes, it is visible, Himanshu.
Okay, sir. So, my name is Himanshu Brahmbhatt, and my teammate is Atul Upadhyay, Gunjan Vaishnav, Kuldeep Chaudhary, and our mentor is Mrs. Ayushi Shukla ma'am, and our project is a music recommendation system by using chatbot. And what is it? Recommender system are a technology proxy for a social process. Recommender system are a way of suggesting like or similar items and ideas to a user specific way of thinking. And recommender system try to automate aspect of a completely different information discovery model, where people try to find other people with similar tastes, and then ask them to suggest new thing. And where is it used? Web personalizations, e-commerce sites, and this tool to suggest other items and consumer may want to purchase. And by a recommender system, music data set is to be a while life is short, you need someone to teach you how to manage and give you wise suggestions according to your taste. And our task is our users listening history and music informations and prediction of songs that user will listen to. And data set, uh, two big data sets are difficult to implement the whole data set, so need to create a small data set by ourselves. Format of the data sets, SDF5 files, and need to be opened by a Python worker. Content is triplets, user songs and counts, and the metadata, content analysis, no user demography informations, timestamps, and sir, four ideas. So one is popularity based model, second is same artist greatest hits, third is collaborative filtering, and fourth is content based model. Uh, first of all, first of all, ideas. Short songs by popularity in a decreasing order. For each user, recommend the songs in order of popularity, except those already in the user's profile. And the pros, idea is simple, and it is easy to simple. It is easy easy to implement and served as baseline. Second is Sam artist greatest hits. So short songs by popularity in decreasing order. For each user, the ranking of songs in is reordered to place song by artist and recommend the songs in the new order except those already in the user profile. And pros idea is simple and it is also easy to implement a minimum personalized. And so third is collaborative filtering. Collaborating filtering, item based and user based. So idea for item based songs that after songs that are often listened by the same user tend to be similar and are more likely to be listened together in future by some other user. And idea for user based, user who listen to same songs in the past tend to have similar interest and will probably listen to the same songs in future. And fourth is a content based model based on item description and users preference profile, not based on choice of other users with similar interest. And we make the recommendations by looking for music whose features are very similar to the tastes of the user. Similarity recommendations, no nation of the personalization. A majority of songs have too few listeners, so difficult to collaborate. So thank you, sir.
Representative.
Anshu,
Yes, sir.
which algorithm will be used for the recommendation? Which algorithm will be used for the recommendation system? No idea. Himanshu,
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
no idea. Okay, Himanshu, thank you.
One zero three.
Yes, Arpit, now you can start your presentation.
Hello, sir. Thanks, sir. I'm just sharing my screen. Is my screen visible?
It's now it's visible.
Thank you, sir. So my name is Arpit Sharma. I'm a student of GIT fourth year. So my project name is my project is OPMA. It's just a short form of one platform to manage your entire admission. So first of all, I want to welcome my mentor, Ms. Ayushi Supla, and my teammates, Ayushi Verma, Achal Paliwal, and Bhavesh Soni. So here is my presentation. So what is the OPMA? So OPMA is just a platform where user can submit their details, inquiries, and to the universities, and university can provide the answers of their queries. So number two question is that why OPMA important for the students? So a student can connect directly with the organizations, college, academies, schools with the help of video call voice call and chat support. It get answer directly from the organization. Number two, why it is important for the organization. So organization can get more leads, so they can convert more students compared to normal channel. Number two, at the same time, when you as you know that organizer can interact with the more student in the less time, because you know that in the chat a management, a staff can interact with multiple students using the chat options. Number three, it is cost effective compared to other channels. Suppose that you are deploying publishing any ads on Google, Facebook, so it charge more compared to hosting a website. All right. Number four, you can get data of users, I mean students, example location, phone number, email, interest, etc., etc. So you can follow up the student. Number five, and most important, you can available 24/7 by using the auto reply technology. Now I want to introduce the features of my application. So number one is lead and application manager. So it's a simple dashboard where you get a tool called lead and application manager. In this tool, you can insert your leads and their follow-up details, like what is the recent queries, what is your answer, what is the answer processed by the organization, what is the last online scene, what is the phone number, email, and etc. interest. So it's help you to manage your leads. Number two, the counselor dashboard. It is just a graphical representation of your all assessment of your complete software. So here, administrator and management can see directly how much lead comes in a day. What is the conversion rate? What is the frequent asked question by the student? What is the answered question? What is the non-answered question? So management can analyze their data from the dashboard. Number three, this is in-app calling feature. So by using this feature, student connect with organization directly by voice call or video call. So it is helpful for student and organization both. Number four, email, SMS, and WhatsApp. So using this feature, organization can send email, SMS, WhatsApp to the user directly. So it improve, it enhance the chance to get conversion. Number five, the voice search. By using this feature, you can directly search from the voice command. You do not need to enter anything in the search box. You can just click on the mic option and saying it automatically processed by the AI algorithms and search will happen. Number five, voice note. So student and organizational management both can record their voice note and send to each other. Number seven is push notification, and it is most important because you know that by using push notification, you can share your new ideas, your new services, new offers, new courses, new lectures, or share all the details with the user by using the push notification. Number eight, check-in and check-out. By using this feature, you can calculate your staff or management check-in and check-out time, the productivity time, and analyze all the data. This is actually there is a limit of 10 or 12 slides. That's why we are keep it in 10 or 10 slides. In further, you can expand in like you can integrate IoT things to get attendance. You can integrate the attendance system or the digital ID pass, digital ID system, syllabus system, library, etc. In the future. So this is my complete slide. Now you can ask anything. Hello.
Yes. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Platform manager enter admissions.
Yes.
Okay. Arpit, can you tell me how it is verify the lead from publishers?
I will tell you. So user can directly come in this portal. It is website and app both. So suppose that you are a student and you are just searching new BTech college near me. So because of the SEO, our website will pop up on the top on second or third. So you can click on that. You can submit your interest. Suppose that I'm interested in BTech with uh, computer science. So this is my interest. So lead goes to the organization, and organization can connect with you via chat, voicemail, or video call. So because details entered directly by the student, so it is authorized.
Arpit, there is any chatbot in your system?
Yes, that's why I'm calling the chat system. Yes, you can directly interact with the student organized by using chatbot.
Okay, okay, okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. One more information. Our application built in PHP, Python for the backend, because you know that every language have their special feature. That's why we are using the PHP and Python. Number three, we are using Flutter for the mobile application development, which is released in 2017 by the Google.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The next participant, table number 104, please show your presentation and
Hello. Sir, is my screen visible? So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kamal, and I will be presenting on the topic car price predictor. My team members include Kunal Jalan, Nikhil Agarwal, and Yash Sharma, and our mentor is Mr. Sohan Gupta, Assistant Professor at Computer Science and Engineering Department, GIT. So, the main statement is that the used car industry has been significantly rising, and it has risen up to almost triple its market value in some last years. This is also mainly due to the COVID pandemic and the soaring prices of various amenities and the inflation, which has caused people to usually go and look onto other options, which are used cars. So according to this survey, there have been an almost tripling of the share of how many people buy cars, and it will reach over 70 lakh vehicles by 2025 to 26. And the steps which have been followed in this are three primary steps, which are data collection, data pre-processing, and values prediction using linear regression. So the inputs which are being acquired from the users are company, and in which the user will enter which company or brand the user is looking for, and model, and then year of purchase, fuel type, and how many kilometers have been traveled by the car. Now, the process for prediction requires data preparation, so which includes three of these phases, one of which is data collection. So data collection consists of defining the data, that is what we actually need, and then collecting the data from various sources such as Kaggle and OLX, and as well as quicker cars. And then pre-processing phase will include formatting and cleaning, which includes the removing of redundant data, and also finding out mistakes in the raw data which have been gathered. For example, if some value, for example, if price belongs to int category, there might be some instances where price would not be in int category and in, let's say, char category. So to look upon that and to correct it is the phase of data pre-processing. And then there is data transformation, which is normalizing of data, where in which we find the relationship between data and also remove the relationship between uh, data which are far from each other, so that we can simplify the data. Now, these are some of the relationship graphs. This is a box plot which is depicting relationship between price and fuel type of cars. This is the median. So 50% of the data is above it, and the 50% of data is below it. And these are the extreme points depicting what is the most extreme, which is the like extreme end of the data which we have gathered for price in a petrol vehicle, and this is the least end of it, and this is the median. So this is depicting a relationship between price and fuel type. Similarly, we have here this graph is depicting between company and price, and these are various companies, and these are prices. So the visualization of linear regression algorithm, in which we can see that the relationship that we can see that is being formed is that the new predicted price is rising for rise in the old price. So if the old price has been higher, so up to this point we can see that this relationship has been formed, that if the old price is high, the new predicted price will also be somewhat high in relationship to it. This is the graph depicting the performance of linear regression, and it shows how the actual and the predicted value and the actual value are in relationship with each other. Most of the time they are somewhat close, but there are some discrepancies which might be due to some factors in which the seller might agree or not on the price which have been predicted uh, virtually. So now moving on to the future scope. So the future scope for this is that this machine learning model may be integrated with a website which it has been already, and we can also make it in a form of an Android app, and also big data for car value history, which will diversify the data, as well as somehow connecting the data so that it could be uh, updated as much as in real time. That means as the newer data comes, the data is also being updated there. So the challenges which are present in these are that right now the market in India for this used car is fairly scarce, and there are 30,000 dealers as of now. So even in those 30,000, they are 45% are just the middlemen or commission agents. So most of them have no physical space of business, and users usually prefer to uh, do business from customer to customer, or like in face of customer, according to the Red Sea report. And according to the report, but uh, even after these challenges, the use of technologies and the key players are using technologies to better integrate the uh, techniques of machine learning to provide better estimates and fasten the process, as well as to obtain better benefits. So it definitely will rise in future, and it is rising as of now as well. And that's all.
My first question is, name two websites for the data collection.
Kamal,
Yes, sir.
who is inventor of machine learning?
uh, Sir, machine learning was, I think machine learning was independently developed by like
Kamal,
various efforts.
question is who invented machine learning and which year?
Sir, I don't have idea about this question.
What is data processing?
So data processing is defined as the data which we have gathered, and the raw data which we have gathered, and to use it to make meaningful data which can be used to form relations and get required outputs.
What is difference between supervised and unsupervised learning, machine learning algorithm?
Sir, supervised machine learning refers when we supervise the model. So that means that we use the input and output both, and then we train the model, and then based on its previous experiences, it produces an output. Whereas in unsupervised, we don't give it we don't supervise it, and we don't give it outputs already, and it almost it starts to find a pattern between the raw data which it has been given, and then produces output based on that.
Okay, Kamal. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Rajesh, sir.
Am I audible? Am I audible? The next one, 105, paper number 105. Please present the presentation. Paper 105.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, can I start? Hello, ma'am, can I start?
Ishika,
Hello,
please
yes,
start
ma'am.
your presentation.
Ma'am, am I audible?
Your voice is very low. Please speak louder.
Okay, ma'am. So, a warm welcome to all the guests present here. A very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Ishika Jain, and with me I have Isha Jain. We are the students of 4th year CS Department of Global Institute of Technology, Jaipur. For our 4th year project, we are working under the guidance and mentorship of Mr. Santosh Kumar Sir for our project titled as Driver Drowsiness Detection Model. So before going through the information and details of our project, I would like to give you a picture of what a drowsiness state is. Here we can see that the driver is in the drowsy state or sleepy state. This can clearly cause accidents. Drowsiness refers to the feeling sleepy or tired or not being able to keep your eyes open. Drowsiness of drivers is among the significant cause of accidents. Nowadays, accidents occur during drowsy road trips and is increasing day by day. It is known proven fact that many accidents occur due to driver fatigue and sometimes inattention. So the project is primarily dedicated to maximizing efforts to spot the drowsiness. The aim of the project is to undertake to scale back these traffic accidents. So according to the 2022 data, road accidents injuries resulted in approximately 1.25 million deaths worldwide. And this is a very large number. So it's a really important topic of discussion. So now talking about the problem solution, a video camera is placed inside the car which is continuously filming the driver's face during the ride. A detection system analyzes the movie frame by frame and determines whether the driver's eyes are open or not. If the eyes are shut for more than 1/4 of a second, then the system will beep to alert the driver. And the technology which we are using in this project is machine learning. And as we all know, machine learning is the study of computer algorithms that improves automatically through experiences. And the tools to be used in this project is camera for the purpose of the detection of the eyes. So talking about the importance of the product, drowsy driving is one of the major cause for road for road accidents and details. In general, 20% of road accidents are caused due to the driver fatigue. The real-time drowsiness detection system is developed with an acceptable accuracy for reducing the road accidents. A webcam that monitors the eyes is believed that the symptoms of the driver drowsiness can be detected, then an alarm is generated for giving an awareness to the drivers. This approach is based on deep learning method. Moreover, the network structure is designed based on facial landmark key points to recognize whether the driver is drowsy or not. So the language which we use in this project is Python, and we have also used OpenCV for face and eye detection carries to build our classification model and TensorFlow, which is the backend of the software interface. And we have used Paygame to play the alarm sound. So the hardware interfaces which we have used are webcam, which is the main part of our project, which is used for recording the video and capturing the images of the driver at a particular time to detect the fatigue, and the alarm, which will be used to generate a beep sound for giving a warning message to the driver if the eye is closed. Now talking about the working of the project. So the first step is the live video capturing. Our device, the camera, will capture the video of the driver and will see whether his or her eyes is closed or not. And then in the second step, it will detect the face, like all the landmarks of the face, the facial expressions, etc. And then in the third step, it will detect the eyes, whether the eyes is closed or not, or dizzy. And now the next step is the drowsiness detection, which is a combination of steps 2 and step 3. So this simply means that the device will detect the face expressions and the eye expression and will then give the output whether the warning should be given or not. So the proposed approach has 3 phases: the face detection, the eye detection, and the drowsiness detection. Let's understand this a bit more by the output given. So here on the screen, we can see that the second image is the active state of the person. She is in her normal state. And if we see the first figure, then we can see that the eyes of the person is closed. So it is giving the drowsiness alert. And in the third picture, the driver is yawning. So it is giving the yawn alert. So the main advantages of this model, as I said earlier, is to prevent the accidents. It is a low cost efficient model. This model also provides safety to the drivers and also to the other vehicles. By using this product, the speed of the vehicle can be controlled and thereby the traffic management can be managed by reducing the accidents on the roads. So now hereby we conclude that by designing a drowsiness detection system that will detect whether a person's eyes are closed for few seconds or not in preventing the accidents, a number of road accidents might then be avoided if an alert is sent to a driver that is deemed drowsy. So here in the figure, we can see the proper working of how the things will go. So here we can see that the driver is sleepy or drowsy, and our device will detect it and will give the alarm sound, and then the road accident might then be avoided. So thus a drowsiness detection model is developed to make drowsy driving turn into happy driving. So hereby I thank all the members present here. Thank you for your valuable time.
Ishika, application of machine learning.
What?
Application of machine learning. Ishika, I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, sir, the applications of machine learning would be image recognition, speech recognition, traffic prediction, product recognition.
What is difference between face recognition and image error detection?
Sir, in the face recognition, it will recognize all the face expressions according to the landmarks given, that whether what are the face expressions the driver is given, whether he is sleepy or he is not sleepy. And sir, the other thing was image recognition.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Ishika.
Thank you, sir.
Am I audible? Am I audible, Rishika?
Ma'am?
In this step, you tell about the yawning detection.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
a person is singing louder, then how will you detect between the two scenarios?
Ma'am, it is based on time that we
मैंने देखो मैंने आस्क कर दिया हेलो नेक्स्ट बैच 109
Yes, sir.
या प्रज्वल
Yes. Is it visible?
या इट्स विजिबल
Okay. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Prajwal. I am here to present a presentation on tutoring games, an e-learning platform. Our team is mentored by Mr. Lavin Kumar, Assistant Professor at GIT Jaipur, and our other team members, including Devanshu Sharma, Shivam Batra, Jatin Soni, and Charu Khandelkar. Let me start the presentation with the next, what we are going to discuss here. So the main point going to be introduction, and the problem statement, then the objective scope, then the requirement of the system, and then the architecture, component, and later the outcome and application. So before I start, our application basically depends on several keywords for work in the server domain. So I'm just going to discuss about that. So first one is e-learning. It's basically delivering structured courses or learning experience electronically. It includes maybe quizzes, maybe video lectures, maybe some activity, and all the things include in e-learning. Next is an LMS. This is a part of e-learning. We use it is as a software in order to manage all the e-learning activities. It includes management dashboard, tracking application, and also provide a interface. We can manage the student all the things. Now, the tutoring team itself is a learning management system that comes with the power of e-learning platform and provides several set of features that make it different from country available application in that particular domain. Now, the problem statement that we basically are trying to solve with this application. So first one is, let's say you are a teacher, and while we are delivering a lecture in the online mode, we are not able to detect or to track what the student actually doing behind the scene. Maybe working on a different window, or maybe are just sitting on the screen. So our application will try to solve this problem using some of the behind the scene processing. The next problem that we observe in the assessment module that we see in the e-learning part, that whenever a student given an exam, their proctoring include audio and video, but video can be bypassed with server method. And for the audio, student basically do is it can reduce the volume to a server low level that system cannot detect. It is disabled, but also cannot hear. So student can bypass that. So we have a solution for that as well in this application. And the last one is maintaining attendance and reports that basically not possible with the application when we switch between multiple applications for this purpose. And also the problem is sometimes students face with the internet connectivity and all, and the teacher are not able to detect whether it is positive or not. So we are also going to figure out with our application. So objective or application going to be basically to develop a efficient, effective solution with the excellent UX with a robust backend system to solve this problem and build a solution that can be deployed as a standalone application from existing infrastructure, because it may be possible that the institute don't want to work with us and deploy their own solution so that they can maintain the data on their side. So we are trying to develop a system that can be deployed in that way. Next is scope. A scope is to be deployed to the institute and organization where it is satisfy the requirement while being the best fit for the requirement and giving the best personal functionality in e-learning domain. Next, the system requirement that will be required if you use this application. In the client side, we will be required a system with a minimum 4 GB RAM, i3 processor, a browser with WebRTC support. I will talk this later, for this later, and I will discuss the components and the working camera and mic. And for the server requirement, we will be required a database, a file storage, and 3 virtual machines. Now, I'll discuss about this, why we require 3, and didn't specify about the requirement or the minimum requirement like storage and the size and the memory because it depends on the load. Now about the design architecture. So first of all, the technology that we have used is for the client side, we are using the React.js. For the server side, we are using Node, Express, and Flask. Express is going to run top of the Node.js in the one server, and another is going to use the Flask. And for the database, we are primarily using the MongoDB. Next thing is our application design. It is designed in the way we are using 3 VMs here, one for the front end and 2 for the server. The user that can be a learner or can be a instructor that will interacting with the browser on our front end part, front end with basically the dashboard that we built on the React.js, where we will be interacting with the backend server with the APIs. Now, if there is required to process some live classes, assessment, and all the things, we will be going to use with the Node.js server for the prompting. Where we will be tracking the activities and the behavior of the student. We are going to Flask. We are going to do some processing about the data using some ML-based libraries developed in the Python. And both the server will going to interact with MongoDB. Next are the components that are the application. First one is the live classes, or we can call it the live conference. It is the application that will use the WebRTC. And for the implementation of that, we are using a PHJS, that is a JavaScript-based library that we are going to use WebRTC for the communication and the WebSocket for real-time channel. This basically include live classes, basically include sharing of the knowledge in the form of video and audio. Here we can also going to provide the feature of the tracking with the tab, switch, or the tracking of the student with the camera, where we are going to capture some of the images and we will process that to find out if there is something going wrong or not. And also we have some automated quizzes where the teacher can or the instructor can schedule some of the quizzes that will be fired in the between of the session. So the we can track by this that if the student is active or not, was going to be some particular time for giving the answer. So we will try with that. And there will be some part for the chat discussion. The next part is assessment. Assessment is a particularly an important module for any learning platform in order to detect and evaluate the learning and development of the student. So for this assessment part, our application will provide a quite complete set of features, including the exam for the objective, coding, and essay type, especially. Usually the application doesn't have option for essay type, basically a long paragraph question. Here we will use some text processing. We will figure out a keyword that basically used as the required one and to do some evaluation of that. And we are going to have the prompting in that, and the audio prompting that I talked about, where the student usually bypass that. For that, we basically going to have a certain set of rules that you have to follow. Like you have to speak something before going to start the assessment. We will detect the decibel and all the thing. And after that, the whole the process of the assessment, we can track the audio and we'll process to find out whether there is a keyword included in the exam question or not, or all the processing. And if that's so, we can flag as well. Next is the part is analytical tracking that you can see on the dashboard, where you will be able to track the reports of the exam result and all the attendance. Next is management. Here, the basically instructors can be able to manage their the students, and the student will be able to manage their internal results and report. After that, is a prompting that is the main component that is implemented with all of the set of features and live classes and assessment. Here we're basically using the processing of the audio and video. Now comes the outcome. With the development of this application set of features, we will have application running on the client browsers where they can use component to live classes, assessment, analytics, and all will have the proper imports so that we can have better tracking, better control, so we can have better results over the process. And we have a detailed dashboards where the instructor can track all the information. Even we will try to give the option to download the things in the offline mode so that when we process later, all the application dashboard will have abilities for the management of the different parts. Now the application can be deployed for the institution for conducting online classes, for the distance learning, taking assessments and managing results and all. It can be used by organization particularly as an assessment module for conducting hiring purposes, hirings and all the things. It can be used for the conducting independent assessments, and it will also be used as a conference module, conference using the live class component. Thank you.
You use one word, that is WebRTC.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me full form of it?
WebRTC is basically web-based real-time communication that basically uses to transport the streams over using the browser's internal processing.
Okay. And can you name any application that use this WebRTC?
The live classes that I talked about is basically using this WebRTC in order to stream the videos of the instructor and the user to one and to another end. Like there are going to be multiple users connected. So we will use WebRTC to transmit all the streams to all the connected users using this WebRTC channel.
So is Zoom using the WebRTC?
Yeah, Zoom uses WebRTC internally. It's now possible that they have changed, but for the web-based, they use WebRTC because it's primarily used in the browser. For the applications, they use the server for the internal processing.
Thank you for your presentation.
Thank you.
Now, next one, paper number 112. Please present your presentation and start.
A very good afternoon. My name is Neeraj Dhaka and I am here to present my research paper and my project. So currently I'm sharing my screen. Please let me know if it's visible.
Not visible. Yes, now it is visible.
Okay. So I'm starting my slideshow. Basically, today we are here to discuss our project, and my project name is Athena, a Greek word which means the wisdom of management. And as we know, without wisdom, we can't manage anything. So basically, our platform provides a tool, a set of tools which are used to manage a project, the risk management, the real-time management of all the tasks assigned to the team, and all the chatting and the other features. So basically, our project is based on the recent problem which faced by the corporate sector. As we know, the recent time of Corona, when everyone was in their home, lockdown was there. Corona was at its peak, everyone was work from their home. And the major issue coming in the corporate, which is the biggest problem, was that companies are unable to manage their projects, can't manage their deadlines, can't assign tasks in real time. They are using various platforms like Zoom meetings, and for the chatting purpose or for the task assigning, they use WhatsApp and Gmail and Google. So basically, we are here with a solution that is Athena, a platform which provide all the tools in single unit. And companies haven't paid, no need to pay for different tools on different platforms. And at Athena, we offer all the services which are required by a corporate to manage their projects. So basically, we start our slide. The project management system, as we discussed the meaning of Athena. So the next slide is content of my PPT. My PPT is divided into 5 modules. In first, we introduce our project. Second, the problem definition and explanation. And the next one is stages of project management. There are various stages in project management. And in last, we conclude our PPT and come to the proposed outcomes. So, am I audible? Please let me know.
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you so much. The introduction of our PPT is project management system is a means of managing a project by planning. Because without planning, we can't make a project. First, we have to plan, organizing the task and manage its different aspects. As the some aspects are mentioned, that is estimation activities like how much time it will need, how much man force we need, and scheduling and time and cost control, which is the major concern of today's world. That is, the low cost projects are too much feasible and currently running in the very good manner, like Zomato and Paytm. And the last one is budget management. Budget management is basically the management of the other tools which are required for a project, like they are not the directly part of the project, but they need, like Zoom calls and data management and storage. So basically our project is our platform is having all these modules in single unit. There are some functions of project management software. In first, we plan the project. We offer this unit to the corporate on the recommendation basis that they can manage their all tasks, and it is totally according to their need. And the second one is managing time and scheduling. In real time, team lead can assign task and schedule the project and check the progress of the project through using pie charts. And allocation of resources, that how much people are allocated to a single project. So this will increase the transparency of the project. And the next one is communication and collaboration. The major issue in the corporate sector is that one person is assigned in too many projects or two or more projects, and they both have different project managers. So in this platform, we are getting all these things together so that both the managers and the team members can communicate on the same platform in an open way. And the last phase is documentation. On that proper set of information, the project of the project can be documented on the same platform. And this is the problem definition. So there are three main reasons. First is visibility, and second is accountability and organization. The major problem is in the culture of working from home in managing the project. The problem is for companies as well as employees. Employees are too much confused that how they can manage and how they can assign tasks and are they accountable for all the progress. So basically, in case of visibility, view progress across all your projects. We offer a tab or a home screen which will offer the whole progress report using pie charts and graphs, through which they can identify projects at risk, monitor timelines, and share project status in real time. And real time is basically the updation of task within as part of second, immediately update, so that there is not a single delay in the assigning task and getting responsibilities and other things. And when in case of accountability, timely project updates to people at all levels. We can we can invite all the members which are related to a project through their proper dashboard, and they can view the progress report, the assigned task, and a summary view of all the project. Basically, this is for the management role. A manager can view all the projects under his working space and overdue task, avoiding missing deadlines, and no more confusion regarding individual roles and responsibilities. So basically, with this platform, we are solving three problems. First is the working culture, which can get better through this platform. And the second one is accountability. Everyone is responsible for the assigned task, and everyone is not responsible for the not assigned task. So basically, this will increase the transparency. And the next one is organization. Keep workflows tools in one place. So as we discussed that for the chatting, they use WhatsApp, Google Hangout, and for meeting purpose, they use Zoom calls, WebEx, and different platforms. So there is a hustle in all the platforms. Like we need different platform for different works. So our basic idea is that we offer all the problems in a single unit. If an organization is getting our project as their main communication channel, then they need no any platforms to display the information or to channel out the information. And basically, we are using here different technologies and databases which are totally secured, because if a project is currently under development stage, then its major concern of the company is that they need it to be secure and project get the templates to stay consistent. So basically, the project is under a complete shell which is totally secured and no data can be leaked out, so that the client can feel a proper security. And basically, project management have different aspects, like we need to plan, we must have a proper strategy, we must have a finance estimation, and the most important is quality control. And when we are talking about the success of the project management system, is that the currently so many big companies are looking for a platform which can offer all these things on a single platform. Colleges are looking for these to become better efficiency. And basically, in this project management system, we can assign a team, and the team is responsible for that project. So the explanation of our project is it's almost done, but a little bit more. Project the board is the act of applying information, abilities, devices, and procedures to finish a task as indicated by explicit necessities. All the resources which are required for a project are most important things, and these are the modern pillars of the project. And this project management system offers that it can explicitly imply all the information and the abilities and all the requirements of a member or an employee can be listed on a single platform. And the most important feature is that everyone gets notification when anything gets changed on the platform. Like if I messaged anyone, then he will get a notification. It comes down to distinguish the issue, making an arrangement to take care of the issue, and afterward executing that arrangement until the issue has been settled. Till the project get completed, the progress report will not be eliminated from the home screen. That might sound straightforward, yet there is a great deal that goes into it at each phase of the interaction. The foundation of task of the executives can be followed as far back as the structure of the pyramids. So basically, we are here discussing that the major planning of our project is based on the problem statement which was come out in the COVID times. And with this, we are going to make changes in cutting edge improvement of the ventures, and the executive started in the 19th century when rail line organizations brought huge loads of unrefined substance and unutilized a huge number of individuals to chip away at the cross country railroad. So basically, it will improve the efficiency of employees as well and the organization. The failure of project can be reduced by only the meaning of management. If we manage a project good, then the chance of failure will be too much low. So basically, here we are going to discuss the stages of project management. For venture, the board interaction bunches are starting. The objective for this stage is to characterize the venture. Arranging. This stage incorporates fostering a guide for everybody to follow. Executing and monitoring. In this stage, the task group is constructed and expectations are made. Project directors will screen and gauge project execution to guarantee it keep focused. Focus is too much necessary. If an organization is unfocused, then it will lead to failure. And shutting. The undertaking is finished after death is held and the task is moved to another group who will keep it up with it. So basically, the last assigned members are responsible until the project get completed, the project management system forces them to get it complete, and it also restrict the managers to assign an employee in more than 1 or 2 projects. It will be according to the rule of organization. So because if multiple interactions are there with multiple employees, then there will be lead of lack of information, and these all factors can lead to project failure. So basically, project management life cycle is of 5 modules. First is initiation, second is planning, third is execution, fourth is monitoring and controlling, and fifth one is closure. So in simple words, first we initialize a project, we plan, we analyze the risk, and basically here we are discussing the agile model of software development. And third one is execution, and the fourth is monitoring and controlling. A manager can monitor and control all the tasks assigned to employees. And last one is deployment or closure. Deployment is related to the software development. As the project developed at the project is formed into a product, then it will goes to the deployment to the client or closer inside the company's development phase. So basically this is about the project management life cycle, and the proposed outcome of my PPT and my project are, we are expecting a lot of features. We ensure that our final version will be excellent in task management, resource management, team collaboration, and team tracking, reporting, and file management. These are some of the top features offered in project management system that are deemed as the best. So I think this is the complete overview of my project management system. And in last, I am going to thank you, Mr. Pankaj Jain, sir, for their highly experienced guidance. And in project management, there are the basic aspects like communication, cost, planning. These all things are already discussed. And control. Here the term control is having reference with the task assigning. No one can assign task to anybody. Only the project manager can assign task, and the team which is responsible for risk management will have the first work. They analyze the risk and then assign the project, and then it will goes on the wheels of teamwork and communication. So the conclusion is, project management is the primary tool for executing the business plan, installing the business processes, and achieving the strategic ambitions of the entrepreneur and employees. Project management help to detail what task will be accomplished, who will be involved in completing the task, and when task should start and finish. Typically, project progress in steps or incremental stages. However, other approaches for rapid interactive project management are also widely used. There are so many project management softwares are available, but the major problem is that they are not having all the required tools on a same platform. I don't know what's the reason behind that, but there is a lack of professionalism in the tools present. Like on Zoom call, we can't share tasks, and the basic requirement on Zoom is that we must be in the room or we must be in the server session. After ending the session, no one can check what's behind the call or what was discussed in the call if we aren't having recorded or we are having minute of meetings. And several tools can be used to manage the project and communicate timing and status, including task diaries and giant charts. Projects fails for many reasons. It's a management responsibility to determine whether the inherent risk in the project can be accepted and the project can be launched, or whether the project be delayed. So basically, this is the part of planning, which is the first phase. And the next slide. Any questions?
Am I audible?
Yeah.
So you tell a lot of benefits of the project. Can you tell me what will be the disadvantage of this project?
Then basically the disadvantage, there is no any disadvantage, but if we discuss the lack of professionalism in our project management system, is only that a person who is not a part of the project can't check what's inside the project. Like if a person in the company looking for a project, like in TCS and Infosys, we have a culture that employee needs to find a suitable project for him. So in our project management system, we are having a little bit confidentiality, and a security purpose, we are hiding the data using abstraction. So basically, he can't check what's inside the project is going on. He can only check the topic of project or the assigned task. He can't request the manager to assign some new task. So basically, currently we are having only that disadvantage in our project management system.
Hello, Neeraj.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Actually, I'm just asking one question. You know that about the Jira? Jira,
Yeah.
how can we different between Jira and your topic? Actually, Jira is also managing the project, and
Yes, sir. Yeah.
the app is very known. So how can we differentiate between the Jira and your topic, the project management? How can we different with both the things?
Thank you for the question, sir. And basically, I would like to answer that. In Jira platform, we are having so much features, and the main reason behind that is that the Jira software was too much costly, and our startup can't afford these heavy platforms, as they are having cost in dollars and not made in India. And in Made in India campaign, we need the software, the platform which are developed in India, so that we can manage the cost compatibility of startups and the needs. So basically, almost we are having similar features like Jira, but the cost behind Jira, that you can avail Jira on a high cost, same features you can avail on low cost through Athena. So I think
yeah, bilkul, you right, sir. Actually, I just needed one question, and you know that about the tax manager in a Office 365, they are also working and your project management. So both are just like same. Tax management is very cheap, and then after you just generate the
Yes.
you generate one ticket, and then after ticket are also assigned for the some project manager, and then after the project are completed, then after just tax is completed. So how can we identify the your project and also your Office 365 tax manager are different? You know that about the Office 365?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So,
Actually, there is a different thing that in Task Manager, we can't see the progress of the report through using pie charts. And in real time, they are not sending notifications to the employees. If you have assigned a task, then if employee check the Task Manager dashboard, then he will let know. And if he didn't check, then the deadline will be missed. And basically, in Task Manager, we can't do live meetings. We can only chat, we can only send mails, kind of text conversation. So basically, our dream is to align all these things like meeting, chatting, assigning, and project report and risk analysis. As we know, the basic unique feature of our project is risk analysis also. There is not any single platform which is offering risk analysis on a single dashboard. Like in Jira, we can't analyze the risk, we can't analyze the cost, we can only assign the text and do meetings.
Good, Neeraj. Your answer is very good.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, sir. I'm last question. I'm just asking last question.
Yeah, sure, sir.
Secure your software in the project. You just present the project management. How can we secure? Because the project is a very, you know that a very
yes, sir. Yeah,
high secure things. Nobody
Sir,
are access. How can we work for the project? So how can you secure your project management software? How can you secure?
Exactly, sir. In starting, this is a major concern of my thinking is that how can we make secure? Because if a company's project get leaked, then everything is finished. Everything will be flushed out. Like if the project get leaked, then any company can steal their information, and company get fails, and maybe the reason will be the major security concern. So basically, in our project management system, when we store data, we use a bit 64 encryption, and we use ciphertext. like if you are you start reading out text or in the data format, you even can't able to know the project is of agriculture segment or IT segment. So basically bit 64, the same encryption which is used in the ATM and the banking sector, we are using the same encryption because it is little bit costly and little bit complex, but the only way to secure a project is encryption. So here we are using bit 64 encryption to encrypt our data. I think I have addressed your question, sir.
Yeah, I just agreed with you, and thank you for the answering, Neeraj, and
Thank you so
for
much, sir.
thank you for the presenting your paper. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
You can also just quit the things, and thank you, Neeraj.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you for the opportunity, sir. And we are delighted to share that we have discussed our research paper with all the respected members, and thank you so much. So can I leave, sir?
Yes, Neeraj, you can leave.
Okay.
Yeah, Neeraj, you just leave.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah.
Next, Sudhansh, please be ready with your presentation. And
Yes, ma'am. Should I share my screen now?
yes.
Okay. One second. Ma'am, I can't able to share my screen.
What's the problem you are facing?
Sir, it's saying you can't able to share your screen. I try one.
But we are allowed to share the screen.
Okay, so 1 second. Let me try once. So it is visible now?
Yes.
So basically, good afternoon to all. My name is Sudhansh Arora. I am a BTech final year student from Global Institute of Technology. Our project is on organizational social media. Basically, it is a social media. One of our author is our guide is Shivangi Khandelwal. I'm Sudhansh Arora. Other people with me is Gaurav Jain and Alek Birla. So let me start the slide. So our vision behind this project is we create networks and we want to enhance network inside an organization. So basically, I will brief you in a sum up that we are creating a project that allows user to make networks inside an organization. So as recently we all face the issue that we are all based in companies. So we face the issue of work from home and we cannot interact with the people in the company. So we can't make the network which we will make from work from office culture. So we are creating a non-hierarchical platform which allow user to interact with anyone, share their statuses, share some funny pictures, or chat with them, or video call with them, or make a community and build projects on their own, which is applicable to our college also. So what is social media? We all know about social media. We all use it. So we all use social media platforms in our day-to-day life. So basically, we are different from other social media platform because we are only centered to an organization only. So like this, we can say that if I build this for your organization, it is surrounded by your people only. You can select which people you have to enter the social in this platform, and what to do in this. So basic technologies we are using in this are MERN for front-end and back-end and Figma for designing pages. So MERN includes MongoDB, Express.js, React.js, and Node.js. So this is our, we named our organization social media as Awesome, OSM. So this is our sign up page. Basically, we are LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram in one. So, and you can log into this with your any account. You can create your account. This is our sign up page. You can sign up if you are an existing user. This is our home page. So basically in this home page, you can see that here we added our logo. Here are chats option. Here you can search, you can global search. For example, you have to search a post or you have to search some person. You can post your pictures here. You can use this buttons here, which is accounts, activity, community. Community stands for if you want to create a community and share projects and share your experiences here. This is our chats page. You can chat with them, you can community, and pings here responsibly that if someone is requested to be in your contact or be in your network, and you if you are not able to know him, he can directly ping you from here and you can accept his request or remove his request. This is our profile page. So this is how your profile will look alike. This will be your banner page. This will be your profile and your designation, tagline if you want to add, have hobbies here, post, your network, the things you are following, teams you are in the community you are making. This inspiration, we got this information in the lockdown period only. I can say that because during the lockdown period, we all are working from home. Our college is also working, providing our classes from home through Zoom meetings. So we thought that why to build a platform to enhance networking, to enhance like the work from home culture more and more. So we take our information from a Japanese platform known as Sokoko. It is a Japanese platform which is now popular in out of India. So this platform allows you to make your own online workspace and which is an office view, which is a 2D model of your office. You can have an avatar of you there and you can do the interactions and you can do the chat things there. Thank you for letting me present my PPT here. Any questions? Hello. Hello.
Yes, one.
Am I audible?
Yes, Sudhanshu, you are audible.
Hello, Sudhansh.
Yes,
can
sir.
you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
I'm just asking one question. You just MERN. Actually, how can we difference the MERN and the Node.js and React.js? How can we differentiate both the things? Actually, MERN are the combinations of the MongoDB and all the web development. So
Yes,
how
sir.
can we difference between the MERN and then web developing just like a PHP and other?
So, sir, we can say that MERN provides more
I
user
think MERN
friendly.
is complicated now because MERN is a combination of 4 applications. MERN is actually MongoDB and then Espresso and then things. So you just explain the MERN. So I think if anybody is a web developer, so then after just you go through in the PHP and how can we switch in the PHP to the MERN? So explain that things.
Okay, sir. Thank you for this question. I can say that's a PHP web development is the mother of MERN. I can totally say that.
Okay.
also that MERN, I found MERN more user friendly because JavaScript framework ideal for building dynamic websites.
Okay.
If you want to have a real time data, because in a social media kind of thing, you have to manage a very big data. I don't think it other things cannot manage it, but MERN provides more user friendly things, more tools to manage that data. So if we want to have that real-time data application, we can use MERN because MERN consists of MongoDB and Node.js, which works fine with which works fine together.
Okay, okay,
Through
good.
MERN, yes,
Sudhans, one more question. Actually, you know that about the Laravel?
sorry, sir.
Laravel, you know that about the Laravel? Actually, they are the PHP framework Laravel.
Yes, sir.
So, actually, how can you work the Laravel? You can be just explain it.
Sir, I don't know much about the Laravel framework.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Sudas. Thank you for presenting the paper and a very nice. Thank you. हेलो रतन जी, हाँ रतन जी, नमस्कार नमस्कार, बढ़िया बढ़िया बढ़िया।
Hello.
Okay, thank you, Sumansh. Now the next one, Shreyansh, please present it.
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shreyansh Manu of Global Institute of Technology, Jaipur, and I will be presenting on the topic online voting system. My guide name is Mr. Pankaj Jain sir, and my group members are Shubham Agarwal and myself. So I will be going to present on the topic online voting system. According to my opinion, what I will be doing is I will be promoting online voting system as I will be showing the pros and cons of online voting system over the traditional method of voting or electoral processes. So my idea is that our idea is that we can have, as we all know that our world is getting digitalized and many new technologies are emerging right now. So as we can see also that we all are casting our votes through a traditional voting system, and online voting system, as we all know that we are casting our votes through traditional voting system. And what can I what and what online my idea is that online voting system can also take a lead from traditional voting system, as because world is getting digitalized and technology is emerging every day. So my idea is that online voting system it can take a lead over the existing voting system. And also we can see that nowadays there are many flaws in EVMs, like we often hear news about dysfunctioning of machines during elections, which voters and even the administration department has to face. So what online voting system can do is that these repercussions or consequences can be reduced, and therefore e-voting or online system can be taken into consideration. So the idea of implementation of new voting system, which is the online voting system, it comprises of user, which will be basically a voter, the contender who is contesting the election or who is standing for the election, and there will be an administrator who will be responsible for the conduction of election. Like in real life example, election committee is there who takes the control of election, who controls the election. And so here the role of the election committee will the administrator will take care of the election committee. So online voting system, what it is actually, online voting system, it is a web based system, and we have implemented this system using front end like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and PHP and MySQL is used for backend purposes. So moving to our next slide, introduction to online voting system. What online voting system is actually? It is a software platform that allows groups to securely conduct votes and elections. Like we can easily conduct votes, we can easily cast our votes, and we can easily participate in elections. We can easily participate in elections. There is no need of going to the polling booths to cast our votes. It can be done at anywhere and at any time, whenever the administration starts the voting process. So coming to the next thing, that it can also produce it can also protect the integrity of our vote. We can also hear from news that many EVM machines get hacks. These can be prevented with the help of implementation of online voting system. We can also prevent voters from being able to vote multiple times. As it is a digital platform, we can eliminate the need of gathering a person. That is, there's no need to gather person gather a person. There's no need to there's no need to gather of persons. Like we can cast our votes. Earlier what we used to do, that we used to go to polling booths to cast our votes using paper or by any other means. But now what we can do is that we can easily cast our votes through this platform. I am not saying or disrespecting the traditional voting system. I am just saying that there can be an alternative way for a traditional voting system, in which online voting system can be taken into consideration. What my project is actually about, it is about, it will have a registration page where the eligible voters will have to register themselves, and they, while registering, they will be assigned a unique code which will show the authentication of that voter, and which will be generated by the admin who will be initiating the voting processes. Like now, the code which will be generated, it will be sent to the email ID of the authorized voter to cross check whether they are already present in the database, admin database, or not. Once the code is generated, unique code will be destroyed. Now moving on to the next slide, that it is about online voting system. I have already told you all about the online voting system. What it is actual vote. Now coming to the technicality part, it will have the, I already told about the unique code generation, and then the voters, and then on there will be a registration page, which I will show you later on in my next slides. There will be registration page, there will be voters, there will be uh, uh, specification, there will be choices of candidates who are contesting the elections along with their party symbols or photos. Mainly the drawback of this online voting system, we can observe that it is not for more densely populated areas. It could be of use for colleges like our colleges, or it could be of use for local elections like MNC elections, like municipality elections. We can implement this system, and we can easily observe, and we can develop what will be the shortcomings of this project, so that we can implement it on a larger basis. Now what can be its advantage? It can also save our time. Workload will be reduced. Like if we don't have to involve so many large number of workers, like in general elections, in traditional elections. We have to engage many large workers to take care of the electoral system. And here during the election, uh, information will also be available at the site only, at the given platform only, of the candidates, of the voters, which will be provided in the database which will be stored by the admin process. Now coming to next slide, is it here I have shown the advantages of this online voting system. It is simple to use, it is safe, and it is a secure method which takes minimum time. We can proceed that we can have assumption. There is no each voter will have a voter ID, which will be storing his unique identity data. Here we will be maintaining a centralized database of enrolled voters who will be enrolling during the on the registration page. We will be generating, there will be a primary key for which, for every uh, for every individual person, which will be stored on the database. The database administrator will take care of that. He will take care of he will control the website and the control of that process will entirely in the hand, and the control of the process will in the hands of computer, and which cannot be manipulated by any others. It cannot be manipulated by any other, because there is a provision of primary key, and we cannot easily uh, hamper, or we cannot easily what do I say? We cannot easily disintegrate the database or like that. So technical details of the project is front end. We have HTML, which stands for hypertext markup language, and which is used to provide structure to a page. And CSS. Then comes CSS, which stands for cascading style sheets, and which is used to give design to web pages. Now JavaScript, it is a programming language, and it can make any website responsive. We can create dynamic web pages. We can create dynamic page pages. We can make it interactive also. It is a client-side programming language. Then comes Ajax, which stands for asynchronous JavaScript language, XML. Then we have PHP in backend, and database we will be using is MySQL. These are the software requirements. Like we have code editors like Notepad, VS Code, or we can also use Sublime Text. Browser we can have is Chrome, Firefox. Now comes the server part. It is we can use XAMPP also, RAM, MAM and LAMP also, but in this project we have chosen XAMPP as the main server. What it actually does is it provides a local host, which it can be used as a local host uh, to make web pages controllable, and to make web pages more, to provide web pages to implement the database in a good way. And hardware components is that it can be run on processor like i3, and it can also be run on our processors like i5, i7. Hard disk capacity can be of 40 GB and memory for 64 MB. Now, advantages. I already told about advantages of this online voting system, that workload can be reduced, information will be easily available, as suppose like a voter wants to see whether he is already enrolled, or whether he is already enrolled, or whether he is fit or eligible to vote in the voting processes. He can easily go to the website, he can easily go to this platform, he can easily check whether he is eligible, or whether he is enrollable in that uh, site. It also provides security for the data, that no one can hamper the data. And also online voting allows people in today's mobile and digitally advanced society to participate in democratic processes. Now I would also like some more advantages, like there can be enhanced growth of participations. Like earlier, nowadays we also see that in news that there are only 50% voting took place, 40% voting took place. What are the main reasons behind this? The main reason that behind this is that people don't want to cast vote. They don't know the importance of voting, so they think that voting, what will be of their use, of their vote use. But with this platform, by using this platform, they can easily vote, where they can easily cast their vote by simply opening their PC, or whether it is tablet or mobile. They can easily get enrolled themselves, and if they're eligible to vote, and they can easily cast, be it anywhere, be it any time. So this is the main facility on using this online voting system. Now, moving to the next slide, the disadvantages of this online voting system. We all know that every coin has two sides. So I can not fully say that this platform is going to rock in upcoming generation, in upcoming days. It is also having some disadvantages. Like it is vulnerable to hacking. Many hackers can hamper the data, or many hackers can falsely implement any data, like he or she hacker can uh, manipulate data also, he can store data also. So this could be one of the disadvantages. And also it is more susceptible to fraud can also happen. Fraud can also take place in this online voting system. And if See, this is today's world is internet based. Totally, it is internet based. So when internet comes into the picture, fraud also already exists there. So it can be susceptible to fraudism. Many malicious software program can also hamper this system. There can be physical security also. So there can be physical security also, which we need to think, and there can be accuracy in capturing voters' intent. We can many hackers or many person who are having bad intention, they can also tamper the data. There can be political influence in there can be political influence on this voting system also. Now this is the user interface of online voting system, which is the part of admin login page. Here the admin will be taking care of all the administration purposes of the voting system. He can create password, he can log in through this, and so this is the admin login page. This is the voting system, this is the dashboard of the voting status, where we can see that admin can start voting, admin can stop voting from this, admin can reset the voting part, admin can edit the title, admin, and here is the generation of unique code, which will be generated by the admin, and it will be directly sent to the email of the registered or enrolled voters. And here comes the list of the candidates who are contesting the election. It can be, you can also see that name of the contestant, what position, on what position he is standing about, and you can also here through we can cast votes. Now this was the admin dashboard, and this is the final result page of the online voting system. We can see that here it is showing the voting status which is done through this processes. Here it is just an example, like it is given 5 by 5, that 5 voters has already voted in this voting process, and which is showing 100% voting is done. And we can also get the result which will be shown in Excel sheet, and there we can find out the winner of the elections. This was the final result page of this online voting system platform. And now conclusion, what conclusion is that what can be the conclusion, that new online voting system is more convenient from voters point of view, but it can also have a drawback from the administration point of view. Almost the repercussions or the consequences which came out from the traditional voting system can be resolved. So this online portal offers voter a chance to cast his vote via internet without being present at the polling stations. And this portal can easily be accessed from anywhere, be it whether the person is in Delhi, whether the person is a resident of Mumbai, and he can cast his vote from Delhi also by uh, going to this software, and he can easily cast his vote. So this alternative system gives high flexibility, and it also eradicates the chances of fake voting. Moreover, I would like to add that manpower and unnecessary human errors can be eliminated through this voting platform, and the election results can be delivered faster without any delay. Like we see that many general elections happen, and results are declared after so many days, after 15 to 20 days. But in this process, the results can be delivered very fastly without any delay. So this was here I discussed about the pros and cons of this system, and which can be, and we can also think about its remedial solution. That's it. Thank you. This was from my side of it.
Priyansh?
Yes, sir.
One question.
Yes, sir.
If I implement this in real life, then what's happen? What problem we are facing?
Sir, the major drawback can be that we can implement it in real life, but the main factor could be of it cannot be implemented for large densely populated areas. Like if the voters are so much, if the voters are in very large numbers, then admin will have to add each voter manually, and this could be a major drawback of this system.
If I have a more than one ID,
Yes,
voter
sir.
ID, I have more than one voter ID, then how to recognize which one is valid or not?
Sir, the data of that voter or the user will be already stored in the database.
But I have a 5 voter ID card. Then which one is valid?
Sir, it will be, there is a facility of generation of unique code and it will be sent to the email of the registered voter and there we can resolve that issue.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So should I leave now?
Yes,
Hello?
you can do.
Okay, thank you.
Now next, Chandan, paper number 116. Chandan.
Yes, ma'am. Share my screen. Screen is visible. Hello. Okay. Warm good afternoon to everyone. Thanks for this opportunity to present my project on an international conference. As for the name, it's like the talking hand. So as simple as we can decode, it's like a hand which talks. My team includes me, myself, Chandan, Rishabh, Mukesh, and Indrajit. And it is done under the guidance of Mr. Dinesh Verma. And thanks, guidance of Mr. Dinesh Verma. Coming to this project, this project is basically like a bigger a part of an approach which I'm trying to follow. It's just a smaller part, which smaller application which can be done through this project, and the other applications which are there are many other applications which one can do. Now we can see like the alphabet hand gestures. So basically, you can identify these like alphabets because it is written in front of you. But what happens when someone makes a gesture in front of you? Like the person cannot talk and he uses gesture language, and he can and you don't understand it. So the problem arises because you don't understand a gesture and the person is trying to communicate with you. So you don't have a medium through which you can note what the person is trying to say to you. But using the approach which I'm trying to implement, one can understand a gestures made by human, made by the humans who are unable to speak, which can help us to communicate properly with the person who are unable to speak. The target of our project was the first main task was to determine the hand orientation, like a proper hand orientation in a three-axis accelerometer. So basically, this means like I have my I can position my hand and I can know the position of my hand in X, Y, and Z axis, which can help me to determine how am I holding my hand. Is it in a vertical position or horizontal position? And the next task would next target is to identify the position of each finger. Now, like basically, you know the position of your hand. You know you're holding a hand straight, but you don't know like which finger you have folded. Like you're making a fist, or you're just pointing to, or you're pointing three. So basically, the next target would be to identify the position of a finger or a thumb, which can be which we are trying to do with a linear potentiometer. And then using these information, we try to visualize the entire hand, entire orientation of hand and the position of each finger and thumbs in a using virtually. This virtual hand, actually the bigger picture is like this virtual hand is the main source of data. Now you can use this hand, the position of hand, which you are able to track using the system we are trying to make. You can use that hand to perform different tasks. Like the task we are trying to perform is convert the sign language to the voice. Now one can use that hand to do in many of the works which he likes. The approach as of now we have followed was actually the sensors which we were using are like analog sensors. We have like linear potentiometer and an accelerometer. Both of them work on analog signals, and accelerometer work on I2C signals. So we can use an Arduino, basic Arduino, Arduino can be used to capture this the readings or the variation of the changes from these sensors. Next approach would be to would be to read the data from the Arduino. Actually, Arduino just gives a serialized input which we can read through laptop or a processing unit, for example, like a Raspberry Pi. As of now, we are doing it through a laptop. So reading and serializing the data through laptop. Then task comes like when we see, like, if you want to train something to detect the hand gestures, so you need to have some prior base to know like which gesture means what, like for what value of the particular sensors you would mean you are signing a or a B. So for that we are going through collection of data, like making a gesture and collecting its data and then storing the data. That data can be used to train a machine learning model which can help us to identify for the further classification. The training block diagram, basically in this approach we are trying to predict the hand gestures using a machine random forest classifier. It's like a multi-class classification classifier. So that the process includes reading the data from accelerometer or potentiometer. For example, like I'm holding my hand in a victory symbol. If I hold my hand in a victory symbol, I know my hand is oriented in upward direction, which can be fetched through accelerometer, which can tell us the x-axis is 0, y-axis is 0, and the z-axis is set to 90 degree. So we know our hand is oriented in a vertical position. Then the next task comes, we are folding our 3 fingers and we are only making a V sign using the index finger and the middle finger. So using the readings from the potentiometers, we can know that which fingers are folded and which fingers are not folded. And using that data, we can collect the data and use it to train the model. Next part comes with the block diagram, like classification diagram. Now we have a model which is trained on the prior data which we collected using making different gestures. For example, I made particularly A to Z gestures, and I collected points for those gestures, and I trained a model. I can use that model to again capture the data from same readings, and I can classify that data means what the sign they are trying to make. Now, next part is like what are the parts we are trying to use. So the first thing is linear potentiometer. A linear potentiometer is basically like a sliding potentiometer. So this has 3 terminals. 2 of them are supplied with the ground power, and one of them is the variable resistance which it gives. So we can when this slider is moved from a particular position, like these values range from 0 to 123 on our when we reach through a serialized code. These linear potentiometers, we're trying to capture the finger movement using these linear potentiometers. Then why use these linear potentiometers? Because there are many other further alternatives, like we have flex sensors, we have smaller IMU units. But the things comes is these linear potentiometers are cheap and easily accessible. This is like why use the linear potentiometer. So first of all, like we can map particular reading between 0 to 1023. These are cheaper than the other alternatives like smaller IMU units or flex sensors. Earlier, we tried to implement this same task using flex sensors, but the problem with flex sensors is they lose their property over time. Flex sensor is like a bend sensor. So basically, how much you bend a sensor, when you fold this sensor, it gives you a particular change in the resistance. But these flex sensors are costly compared to the potentiometers, and they tend to lose their property over time. Next, smaller IMU units are even more costlier, and interfacing through these IMU units requires more complicated hardware. Next one is like accelerometer and gyroscope. So to track a hand orientation, we need something which can tell us like how our hand is positioned. That's where accelerometer and gyroscope comes in position. These can tell us about the orientation of hand in X real time in X, Y, and Z axis. And then the accelerometer can be used to define, like track the acceleration of your hand, like you're moving it up or down, and you can know how your hand is moving. Next, both of these sensors are connected through a Arduino Nano. Arduino Nano basically is a microcontroller which can be used to communicate through serial devices. These things operate on basically 5 volts, 5 volt DC power. So we can 5 volt DC power, and they are like directly programmed through C or CPP, like C++ language. Arduino's, we tried to configure the same system with Uno, but Nano is basically a smaller form factor, so which can help us to minimize the size of our project. Then development environment. We use 2 of the tools, that is Arduino IDE and Python. Arduino IDE basically is used to communicate with the analog sensors. So we burn the program to the Arduino, which captures the readings from sensors and sends them through a serialized input, which then can be catched through a Python program, Python script, or some simple Python script, and then we can use that data to classify the gesture. So the progress we made till now. So we were able to identify the position of 3 fingers as of now, index, middle, and ring finger, and we were able to access the serialized data to the through the laptop, and we were also able to identify the position, like the gesture we are making is 1, 2, or 3. So this entire project is made into a glove. It's like a wearable glove which one can wear, and this one just has a smaller size form factor, and one can wear and make the gestures, and then the data collected through that glove will be translated to voice. Further application, as I mentioned in the start of my presentation, that the bigger picture is to just capture the hand orientation and entire position of your hand and the position of your fingers and thumbs. The one of the application which we are trying to impose through this is converting sign language to voice. But one can use this hand like a virtual hand to train more and more complex gestures, because as of now we can go through A to Z or make some gestures which are made using one hand, but one can even modify this and use this to capture more and more type of gestures, like when you rotate your hand, and like different countries have different sign languages. So from there we can use, and one can even use this implementation to virtually control some things in a virtual reality. For example, if you know and if you have the orientation of your hand, you can track your hand position. You can use this in the virtual reality to play games. That is like one of the thing, play games and performing tasks using hand, or one can use this hand to control a RC car. That is a smaller approach. That's from my side. Anyone have any interesting queries? Anyone have any queries? Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, you are audible. Sir, is there any query? Okay then, Chandan, thank you. Thank you for your presentation. For now, all the participants have shown their PPTs, and we will end this session today here for now, and we will all collect tomorrow for the next session at 10 a.m. Thank you everyone for joining.